Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Isaac with Academy of Funnels, and today I want to talk about how to use ClickFunnels Page Editor. So I'm just going to create a new funnel step, and when this loads, it will provide me with a bunch of templates to use. But today I want to just choose something simple to provide the foundational elements and understanding on how to use the page editor. So I'm just going to choose this one because, oh, you can preview it, by the way. I like how simple this is. So I'm just going to hit select template. All right, let's get started. So right off the bat, you have two choices, or you have multiple choices, but you want to use edit page, which is their new editor. This is their old one. So edit page. All right, cool. So we're in the ClickFunnels editor now. So I want to start with the menu items. This is just an exit. This is previewing it depending on which device. So you want to see on mobile, you click mobile. If you want to see on desktop, which is default, desktop. These other items, I will create a separate video, apps, settings, there's integrations, SEO, tracking code, CSS, background, typography, general. Okay, don't get overwhelmed. I will probably have a different video available in the description. Same thing with pop-ups. But today we're going to focus on the foundational elements. So let's get started. So in this editor, we have three building blocks. We have sections, which is green. We have rows, which are blue. They're blue. And then we have elements, which is orange. All right, cool. So you might be wondering, okay, what about columns? Columns is a part of rows. So right here we have a one column row, and then right here we have a 2-column row. So columns aren't necessarily a building block. It's really just sections, rows, and elements. And you can see that a lot of the things look the same. So the settings for sections, you have settings, clone, save, and delete. Same thing with rows. You have settings, clone, save, delete. And lastly, elements, you have move, settings, clone, and delete. So it's really easy and pretty simple. As long as you understand there's 3 building blocks and you're, confident to just move things around, that's really what it is. And it's that simple. So this editor is what you call what you see is what you get sort of editor. So any changes you make is what it's going to look like. So that's the coolest part about using ClickFunnels. And, we highly recommend it. There will be a link in the bottom if you don't have ClickFunnels, but let's get started on how to actually use it. So elements, you can drag and drop, right? Rows, you have to click this up and down button. So if I want to move this entire row, you can see the block, right? If I want to move it up above this block, I just hit the up button. If I want to move it back down, just hit down. Cool. So hopefully that makes sense. And then so I'm going to add a different section. So to add a section, I could just press this button, or I can just go up here, add section, and I like to use full width, drag and drop. Bam. So just be confident in dragging and dropping, and you will be a master. It's really simple. So, okay, so in every section, you need rows. Again, building blocks. So section is the foundation, then you have rows. So you can choose from different rows. I'm just going to use 2-column row, which is similar to this one. And so the cool thing is you can maneuver the size of the column, which is super cool. And if I hit add element, I can add a headline and say, this is how to use ClickFunnels Page Editor. Cool. So you can see how easy it is. If I want to move it to the right, I just drag and drop. Whoops. Bam. And you can see where it's dropping to, right, with that orange line. If I move it up here, you can see the orange line pops up right here. Right? Sometimes not perfect, but it works. It works really well. All right, so next thing I want to do is, let's say I want to add an image. So if I click here, you can see I can add a new element. You can also go up here and say add element and then drag and drop. Again, it's all about dragging and dropping, so it's super easy. So let's say this is easy. So don't be scared of it. It's super simple. So then I can hover below this element and add a new element. I don't think you can do that above, so it's just below. Look for the plus button. And I'm going to add an image. Cool. Here's the image. Now, if I click on the image, that's like clicking on the settings. So settings, right? Click on the image, settings pop up. Same thing with text. If I want to change the font, the color, I just hit the settings right here. I could change the font to, let's do something sexy. Bam. It's not that sexy, but here we go. I can edit the font size, the color. See, super easy. Don't be intimidated. Background color, you probably don't need for text. And then right here, you will see like there's a margin. So margin is the space between the items. So I can decrease the space to 0. And you see how it moved up. And then for the image, I'm just going to hit this image. And I have a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to use our super awesome logo, Academy of Funnels. Bam. Subscribe to our channel. Anyways. So yeah, okay, cool. And then, you just drag and drop. And so let's say you want to preview what it looks like. So number one, it will look like what you see. Again, it's a what you see is what you get sort of editor. But if I hit preview, like, nothing saved, right? Don't worry, you have to save and then you can preview the changes, right? So this is what we call SEO metadata. So I don't want to get into it too much, but essentially I'm just gonna, type the title, how to use ClickFunnels, description, I'll do how to use ClickFunnels, and keyword, I'll just use, I'll do nothing. And then I'll do Isaac from Academy of Funnels. Awesome. So I'm gonna hit save. And now when I hit preview, bam, my changes are live. So it's super simple. It's awesome. This editor is awesome. So again, if you want to move sections, you just hit this up button. Now it's at the very top, right? And so let's say I'm building an actual page. Top left, I want to have my logo. So I'm just going to increase or decrease the width to, let's say, 350. Awesome. And then if I go to advanced, then I can set the alignment to left, right? And then this might be the title. So I'm just going to drag it down. Deleting things is super simple. You just hit the delete button and it gives you a confirmation. And then bam, like this is awesome. And so for sections, again, it's really simple as long as you think of it as 3 building blocks. A lot of the settings are the same. See, top margin is in, it's in the section. If I go to the row, top margin, right? So they do a very good job in having like a systematic approach in building websites. So hopefully this is a pretty good foundation in understanding how to use ClickFunnels Page Editor. In fact, I really recommend just getting your hands a little dirty and then wash them clean. Anyways, that was a bad joke. Anyways, so yeah, just play around with it, save the changes, and it's really simple. And this is just a form. I like to just, a lot of forms should have at least the first name. So I'm just going to copy this, drag. Oh, that was stupid because it's the same thing. All right, so I'm just going to add some top margin, and then I will say, subscribe to my awesome YouTube channel. All right, so I'm just going to, okay, cool. And then I could increase the size. So right now it's the section width is a small. I like to use wide or at the very least full page. And cool, now it's a lot bigger, and I'm going to increase the font. Awesome. And so I'm going to change this to first name or full name. I'll do first name for now. And then I could change the icon, which is this email. Just go to advanced and change the icon to no icon or just the name icon. Cool, now this is super awesome. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? Yeah, so that's how you use ClickFunnels Page Editor. It's really simple. Don't be intimidated. Believe it's easy. Just play around with it. It's just dragging and dropping is really what it is. And then you just sort of play around with the settings a little, right? So don't worry about the themes. I might align it to the right instead of the left. Radius, like don't worry about the things that seem intimidating. Just play around with it, understand how to use text, how to place images, how to add forms. Again, there's a bunch of different elements, right? So there's paragraph, bullet, image, YouTube, whatever. Like there's so much. Don't worry about it. Just focus on headline, image, probably buttons, and this is the form. They call it input. Again, like there's like cool countdown timers and icons and progress bar. Like don't worry about it. Just take things step by step, and in no time, you will be a professional in just moving things around and using ClickFunnels Page Editor. So hopefully you found this video super helpful. Again, 3 building blocks: sections, which is green, then rows, which is blue, and then elements. And then you just hit save, preview, and voila, it's like magic. All right. So if you want to learn more about ClickFunnels, make sure to check out our channel and subscribe. Thank you.